Thank you so much to Care Of for sponsoring this video.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I do too much. I like hair, talking, cosplay, music, art, and stuff.
Hey, what are the factors of my alopecia for me and my severe hair loss? For me, stress. OGs will know. I have struggled with hair loss as long as I can remember, since I was a little girl. Sam. Time for a Sam cam.
I am Sam and I cause trouble. I am Sam, it's on the double. I am Sam, I will be out there, get my check on deck.
Sam cam over. Come here. This is my mop, Sam.
Hello everybody. How are you doing, everybody?
Don't do it. Don't do it. I've gotten a lot better through therapy of dealing with anxiety. Stress and the way I stress is intense. And certain things all happened at once. I detailed them on Patreon. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, I got like so many exclusive posts on there. I'll leave a link in the description box, but I don't feel really comfortable sharing them on here. A bunch of very stressful stuff all happened at once. I felt severely overwhelmed. Now everything's fine. Being anxious is so difficult sometimes. On top of that, I think it was the most severe stress I have experienced since that 1 year we don't talk about. And even then, that was a different kind of stress. This is like an active, burning stress, as opposed to that 1 year stress was like a sinking, sticky stress. Yeah. I also did a bad thing to my hair. Something that would not have taken me down, like in that clip that you just saw, as badly as it did. I don't know that I'm going to upload it onto my public channel. I will probably upload it on Patreon. I do not suggest for anyone to do what I did to my hair. I was doing hair stunts, and it backfired in a major way, combined with my internal turmoil. Yeah, just bunch of my hair fell out, like this much, like a whole, you know how I always do my hair in sections? A section is gone. It's just gone. And then on top of the stress, I have a video of this on the channel too. I have trichotillomania, which is the urge, like a deep, like almost a need feeling urge to pull out my hair. It's an anxiety disorder, and it is not good. And I do it in my sleep. Which honestly feels like whatever the opposite of a Sims cheat code is. So that resulted in a big old patch of my hair being gone, and a tiny, like a dime sized, right, where are you? Here, right here on the top of my head, being completely bald because I pulled it out because of the stress. So I have now been diagnosed by my dermatologist as having alopecia areata, which Let's just hop on over to Google. It's defined as an autoimmune disease in which the immune system attacks hair follicles at the root and causes the hair to fall out. What that means for me, and how my doctor specifically explained it to me, is that I got so stressed that my body attacked itself. And because that particular part of my hair is prone to that same stress autoimmune attack, and has always been since I was a little girl, yeah, that hair experiment that clearly didn't affect the rest of my hair, that one section, poof. Honestly, I might do a series on here where I do my best to relax. What do you think of that? Because I know I'm not the only one stressed out here. I want to do a free thing, I want to do a mid-level thing, and I want to do a bougie thing. 3-part series about Danielle tries to calm down. Ma'am, calm down, the series. But it's you in the mirror. Ma'am, calm down. That's Miss to you. Comment if you'd like to see that. And I'm doing a lot of internal things. Thank you so much to Care Of for sponsoring this video. I put a nice emphasis on hair growth and also strengthening my immune system. I've been actively taking a very strong stance of balancing my body so I can be healthy on the inside, the outside, and everything about me will flourish. So let's get into my Care Of situation. Also, if you didn't know, Care Of is a subscription supplement service that makes it really easy and to stay consistent on a vitamin routine. One of the ways that I've noticed that they really keep me consistent is that they put these little cute factoids on the front of each pack, and they're different every time. Check this one out. It says, no 2 dogs have the same nose print, just like no 2 humans have the same fingerprint. You mean to tell me that Care Of has just validated how unique and precious my Sam is? All right. I also really love that their free app includes daily reminders to make sure you take your vitamins, and they reward you for being consistent. They're just really high quality products, and they're thoughtfully sourced, and the research backed ingredients will really help you to feel your best. It's just, there's been a lot of care in Care Of. Who knew? So my Care Of package is mostly on brain, energy, and hair. Hair, for obvious reasons, is a big deal to me. It means a lot to me that Care Of can put a focus on hair for me, because I understand that in order to have flourishing, giant, fluffy hair like I want, I'm going to need internal health. And that's where B complex comes in for me. It's known to boost energy, and it can be helpful for people who don't eat enough fruits or veggies. Not that that's me. I have a special project coming up. Oh no, don't look in the description. And while you're down there, you might as well click the link to my Care Of link. I'm just saying. Being a content creator requires so much of you. I'm also doing a ton of writing and brainstorming, and it requires a lot of very in-depth, extreme, concentrated thought. And the way my focus is set up, it's giving brain blast. I need a brain blast. TM. And that is where the focus blend comes in. So the health goals that this supports is brain and energy and stress. Because I'm doing all these big projects, I really need something to help me hone in my thoughts. And well, stress is what got me in this mess in the first place. So I'd love some stress support. And that is the number one thing I'm doing right now. I'm investing into my immune system, all of the rest of my systems. And these days I'm feeling brighter, more energetic, but having consistent energy. I feel more able to focus and just better all around. It's awesome. And I'm also doing other things that I'll talk about next video. So thank you so much, Care Of, for sponsoring this portion of the video. Make sure you clink my link. You know what? Clink my link in the description box. You better clink that link. Take Care Of's quiz to find out what's recommended for you. Use my code StarPuppy for 50% off your first order. And let's get on with the video. I'm gonna go ahead and link the Trichotillomania video, that one video about how I tripled my hair growth, which was super helpful in this situation because a bunch of it fell out. But you would never know! I've had like bald patches like 4 or 5 times in my life. I think that's another reason I started a hair channel, because my hair has been so, it's been so instrumental in showing me what I am feeling when I myself couldn't identify those feelings. Now I can, but I need to get better about dismissing stress, because I stressed for no reason. Everything worked out. So I just lost a very visible patch of hair on my head for no reason. But I'm making this video so it can be for some reason. And hopefully I can encourage some of y'all who are dealing with hair loss, or maybe want to help someone who's dealing with hair loss, because this is like my 6th time. So, man, oh man. I wrote down some warning signs that I wish I had paid attention to. Stress overcoming me and not releasing it. So my warning flags, my canaries in the coal mine include, but are not limited to, attention all the time in my body. I'll just think to myself, shoulders, and then I'll realize that my shoulders are up here, and they have been for hours, and I'm like, shoulders, how long have I been doing that? Bracing, just like bracing, like always bracing, like leaning with muscle power onto something, like pushing it for no reason, just standing, like gripping things with all my might and not realizing it until like my nails have dug into my palm, which is one of the reasons I have short nails. For me, of course, I realize I'm picking out my hair. It usually happens when I'm asleep, but occasionally it'll happen while I'm awake. I also bite my fingernails. I'm not as great at texting back and responding to comments. Picking up the phone, I start to sink into myself. I did better this time, but I wish I had done that sooner, and maybe I wouldn't be making this video. I was talking to my sister about it, and she quoted one of our favorite incredible people. I'm not really sure what I should call her, Brene Brown. And I think I'm misquoting this, but I'm trying to just go straight from the heart to the camera. It goes something like this: the body, well, you can tell yourself whatever story you want, but the body remembers, the body keeps score, and the body will always win. So whether or not you're in denial about something that is bothering you, something that's holding you back, something that you need to deal with, or not, your body knows, and it'll start doing some little taps on the door. But if you wait long enough, it's gonna do like the SWAT team, bah, 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 get that freaking dog, you know, bust in, like kick the door down, and then you look in the shower and all your hair's up. I wasn't journaling at that time. Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. I have, like I said, I have a history of shedding in my crown. And let's see, it's right there. Fortunately, most of that spot that was basically bald has a nice little turf of black hair on it, except that dime size amount that I pulled out. I'm trying. Guys, I'm trying. The rest of my hair is still nice and thick, but I did suffer quite a bit of breakage on my ends. So I haven't done like a numbered length check in quite some time. It looks about the same. So I filmed a 2-month-long video. I filmed it for probably 2.5 months now that I'm thinking about it, attempting to use a new routine with new products, absolutely nothing store-bought. And I stopped using my usual scalp oil, which was a mistake, and I switched that scalp oil to a couple of oils that I think were the beginning of the issue. And then there were two big instances of me setting myself up for failure. And then the fateful wash day happened, and nail in the coffin. Again, I'm gonna ask my patrons if I should deal with that. I'm gonna put a huge disclaimer on that video. Don't do anything I did. I don't stand by anything that I did in that video. So I'm scared to put it on here because people will be skipping, and then if they try it and a bunch of their hair falls out, even though it wouldn't be on me, because I would put a huge disclaimer every possible way I could, I would still feel really bad, you know? Nah. So if you want to be a part of that discussion, hop on my Patreon, and yeah, I'm gonna put a poll up actually, and see what everybody's thinking, because I don't know. So I ended up washing my hair after it started to feel different, and every wash day it would get progressively stranger. Fluffnugget was not feeling like soft, bouncy, squishy, elastic like I always like I've worked so hard for her to be. And yeah, that third wash day, that was it, and that was the end of the experiment. You better bet your bottom dollar. Because I irritated the crap out of my scalp with all of these new ingredients that obviously don't work well for me, my scalp unfortunately went through hypersensitivity. I was literally dealing with an autoimmune attack. The biggest one I can say I've ever dealt with. Fortunately, I have a tolerance for bald spots on me, but this was the worst one I've ever experienced, and yeah, resulted in me not being able to use any of my normal products. I had to bring it down to bare bones, which resulted in some more breakage, because I wasn't able to moisturize my hair to the level it needed and that I wanted it to receive. I had to retool like my whole wash day for a while there. I'm gonna do like 2 more wash days of my retooled one, then I'll probably return to my normal one, double conditioning and all those wonderful things, be able to use my own scalp oil again because it grows the crap out of my hair. I had to get while I am forcefully having to take a break from all of my go-tos and the things that I know work for me, I'm choosing to go internally. I've gotten right back on the meditation train. I took care of all of those things because all of those stressors in my life, I really took them on head on. And yeah, everything's fine now. I really leaned in to de-stressing myself because I was already clearly distressed. Ow! Now what I'm focusing on is internal recovery. Clearly my hair has stopped shedding, which is great. Losing a minimum amount of hair in the shower now. I'm doing the right thing. I know that my modified routine is working, so that's great. I'll definitely be making a video on that. It's important. It'll be really in depth. Yep. A lot of internal things, like I mentioned, care of. I feel I would be doing you a disservice by doing a flyover of what I've been doing to grow my hair so fast. My hair, you saw my hair. You saw it. Look at her now. I'm sure you can see that dime-sized amount. He's around here somewhere. But yeah, that's a nice little shag carpet for a few weeks, so things are going well. Yeah, I went straight Dexter mode. I went full laboratory. I went full science time. So look out for that. Thank you so much to Care of for sponsoring this video. Also, in the future, I'll be showing you, if you need it, how to style your hair if you have thinning bald patches, alopecia yourself, how to camouflage your bald patches if that's something that you want to do. Again, my tolerance for having a bald patch is actually pretty high. But I don't think everyone is there, nor should they have to be. Now, as far as the dramatic freaking thumbnail I'm sure I made of like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, or this might be the end. I actually don't know if I can do this anymore, and this might be the end. Yeah. So I've gotten to a place on this channel where trying to come up with new, like, amazing, like, experimental ideas that, like, no one else is doing, or, like, I'll try it so you don't have to, is actively stressing me out and actively harming my hair in a major way. Like, this is the top of my head, you know? Like, the only worst place on my head would be the front of my head. And it's at the top front. Like, we were one section away from this being like a proper, like, oh no, you know? And for the longest time, I've wanted to branch out in terms of content. I have made a second channel that I told no one about until I did, and then some people they found me. So please, if you are interested in deep dives, nerdy content, I am going to be putting out a video of Digimon versus Pokemon that I am very excited about. I would like to make it eligible for ads as soon as possible. So I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers ASAP. I'm really excited to do something that doesn't require me to, you know, jump through like hoops and stuff. I just want to write essays about stuff I like and talk about them with lots of visual, like, support and like gags and funny little asides. I feel like I'd be really good at it. I think the commentary community could use you know, another member. Why not? You know? So if you're so interested in supporting me as I take yet another leap of faith, please subscribe to StarPuppy OA. Yeah, I'm hopeful. And yeah, I hope you'll join me on my new path. I'm not going to stop uploading here. Like I said, I have a lot to say about this alopecia situation. But I'm open to experimenting on this channel too, within reason. What are some hair adjacent or like personality adjacent? We might bring back the 20 Talk series. What do you want to see from me? Yeah. I think a lot of my stress came from knowing I needed to change, knowing I needed to pivot, knowing that I needed to be honest with myself, and know that just doing hair stunts is not enough to creatively fulfill me anymore. It does not fill my cup. And yeah, I need to do something about that, and that's why all my hair fell out. So yeah, it was like, man, you sure can't do this hair thing only forever. I'm just gonna remove like 1/8 of your hair real quick. Actually 1/6. I have a really small head. So yeah, I think it was a very not subtle sign for me to really go for it. So please subscribe, and maybe we'll do a live stream next week over there, and bring your friends. Get me to 1,000 subscribers so I can put some ads on there and not, you know, starve. Pray for me if you pray. Send good vibes if you don't. And I'm really doing my best. I hope that you'll root for me. And if not, thank you for being here so far in my journey, and I appreciate you so much. Okay. Goodbye.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed the video.